Hey guys, welcome to Classic-Flyff. My name is Flarian, and this is the first development vlog. So, what are we going to talk about in this first short devlog? Well, first of all, why we are creating Classic-Flyff. Then, how we are going to do this, and what the current state is roughly. And don't worry guys, we are not going to be too techy here. And yes, you're going to see some, well, I wouldn't call it gameplay, but a little bit of snippets of the gameplay. Honestly, I wasn't too sure on how to start this one here, but I guess my best bet is just to go back in time with you guys and remind ourselves how it was back in the day. We're still speaking about a time where the newest Spider-Man was still Tobey Maguire, Dragon Ball Z was still airing on TV, GTA San Andreas was the latest and greatest AAA title available, and the cheeseburger was $1. Well, at least where I live. And music still sounded like this. Also, there was a group of friends that started playing this new awesome online game, and you might have guessed it. Two of those people were Penreal and me. We played from version 6 to 11 on official servers and then switched to the first ever private server that was using official files, called Flyff Fame. But it closed after a while and the official server simply didn't feel right anymore. It was way too money driven. Years later, there was hope again for veteran players. Flyff Universe was announced. The promise here was to go back to version 7 and create a whole new game that would keep the spirit of life. So we started playing again for a while, but patch after patch, the game drifted away from its promise. Sorry for this way too long introduction here, but I thought it was kind of important to substantiate where we come from and to understand why we are creating Classic-Flyff. Now finally, let's go to the how we are going to do it. We started off with the official version 4/5 source, but why not directly with the version 6 source? Well, it does not exist in public, and downgrading an existing version 15 source to version 6 would also work, but you would simply miss these quirks that are present in version 6 and some systems you might have forgotten about. So we decided to go from there, and well, it was a mess. The files are dated back to 2004, 2005, so they were not compatible with any modern development environment. So the first thing we had to do here was to upgrade them to a modern development environment. Then we had to fix deprecated code until the solution was compilable. Easy, now we can just start all up and it's done, right? Well, nope, it ain't that easy. To make it simple, Flyff consists of a client, 7 server files, and a database. Well, the release had no database, and a newer database was incompatible with the files, so we had to go the annoying route of creating it by hand. It took quite some time, and it was also very annoying to do, but in the end, it worked out. After a little more hassle, we were able to set up the server files on our root server, and were able to start them up and log in. Nice, now we can log in, play, and the server is ready for release, right? Sadly, that is far from the truth. There are plenty of bugs, crashes, and unfinished things we need to patch up first. Also, there are a lot of more things that would simply not be a problem for a regular version 15 or newer server that we are dealing with, but more into details of that in a later episode. So what's the current state? Unfinished, raw, and full of bugs. No joke. Watch what happens when I try to open the options menu on the client here. No green weapons or items are implemented. Not even upgrading is implemented properly yet. Also, there are bugs with skills. You can't even heal a player unless you're in PvP mode. But you can heal monsters, which actually is not really a bug technically, as you could use it back in the day in PK to annoy players so long until they attacked you, but also more about PvP related stuff in a later episode. We also implemented smaller things that won't harm the gameplay, but simply feel nice when moving around. Also, you might have already spotted the different inventory layout. And yes, you're right, this is not the version 6 inventory. This is actually an earlier version that was still present in the files. So we restored it and added CS Fashion to it, as the original interface did not support that, as you could either wear your gear or CS clothes. Now it's seamless integrated into the inventory as well, and it works just like the regular interface. Before we end the first development vlog here, I want to say, first of all, thanks for watching and your interest in this project, but we need your help. Please spread the word. This is a passion project and we want to make sure that everyone knows we are here. Invite your friends and tell everyone that might be interested. Classic-Flyff will be your new old home.